Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Eagle Field, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. We want to thank you for joining us today for this PCC Eagles soccer match. I'm David Stiefel alongside my good friend here, Danny Vidal. Danny, today we have the PCC Eagles hosting NCCAA South Region opponent, Bob Jones University.
Yeah, this is a game that everybody has been looking for this whole season. BJU, we have that long-time rivalry. We expect to have a good game tonight, and we have a great weather. You know, it's cold, not too cold, but just nice weather to have a good soccer game tonight.
Yep, it's going to be an exciting game with a lot coming forward.
Welcome to Eagle Field, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the BJU Bruins and your PCC Eagles. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College.
Hello? Hey, Danny up here cannot hear himself as he speaks. I don't think I'm on time. He says he doesn't think he's on. Hello? What up? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Starting tonight for Bob Jones. Number 2, Rylan Bolt. Number 4, Jake Provenzano. Number 5, Matias Bellotti. Number 6, Dallas Albert. Number 8, Charlie Guadalajara. Number 9, Ian Ahrens. Number 10, Mario Figueroa. Number 11, Hodari Twashime. Number 12, Anthony Ruiz. Number 27, James McCarthy. And number 25, Cameron Braswell. The Bruins are led by Coach Greg Fulton. And now, the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. A junior from Trenton, Georgia, number 1, Bryce Hammond. A junior from Parma, Ohio, number 3, Niwe Mujeni. A sophomore from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, number 6, Luke Miklas. A junior from Conway, Arkansas, number 8, Chase Hawkins. A junior from Madeira, Portugal, number 9, Lorenzo Gonçalves. A freshman from Houston, Texas, number 11, Eric Romero. A freshman from Holland, Michigan, number 14, Caden Brink. A junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 15, Giovanni Pagliello. A sophomore from Reading, Pennsylvania, number 16, Reed Rhodes. A junior from Buenos Aires, Argentina, number 17, Matthias Lee. And a junior from Vaudreuil, Haiti, number 18, Jacob Bundy. The Eagles are led by Coach Joe Lewas, with assistant coaches Mateus Kanata and Clint Peterson. Officiating for today's game are Ryan Campbell, Justin Smith, and Luke Niles. At this time, please stand for prayer, followed by the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for many blessings you've given us. Thank you for a beautiful night tonight. I pray that you'd keep both teams safe. I pray that you'd help us to keep our testimony and do everything to your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition.
Thank you, Logan, for those pregame introductions. Danny, what is going through this Eagles team's mind as they are off to such a hot start to this season?
I mean, definitely trying to get away with a win tonight. They've had a great record this season with only 1 loss against UWF. Besides that, they haven't lost any other game. So definitely, this is a very important match. Halfway through the season almost, and our Eagles are going to look definitely to get away from with a win tonight, and we expect a great game for them.
Yep, and exactly setting the tone right off the kickoff is going to be super vital for this Eagles team, and showing that they're business. I mean, we kind of talked about it at the beginning of the game, but just showing right from the get-go that they're not fooling around and that they're going to put the ball in the back of the net and they're not going to leave any inch for them to come into this game.
Yeah, definitely. And a win tonight will be a great boost for morale for this team that have had a good streak going.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and again, like I said before, perfect weather tonight for a nice game of soccer.
As we're off. A little bit of nerves right off the kickoff, don't you think? Just kind of get that out of your system.
Yeah,
now let's play.
Nobody wants to make a mistake, especially in such an important game as this one.
Good win right there by Reed as Chase is trying to find Lorenzo in that gap. Some good build-up right there from BJU on the outside with Mario Figueroa.
Yeah, right away, both teams trying to get the ball up the field, trying to get aggressive, putting that pressure on. So this first 5 minutes, I guess both teams are gonna measure each other up, see who's gonna enjoy possession and who's gonna enjoy more control of the ball. As we see a foul there from Ruiz on Reed.
And Ruiz is a familiar face right here, as he used to play for the Eagles and transferred to Bob Jones. So it's nice to be able to welcome him back to this rivalry match here at Eagle Field.
Yeah, this is a very familiar field for him.
Caden right away just slowing the ball down and finding a switch. And don't you think, Daniel, when you come into a game like this, that there are some nerves that when you make a mistake, it kind of gets to you, especially when it's a big rivalry game.
Yeah, that's where you have your captains, to lift your teammates up, and as a team, obviously, lift each other up and just continue on to the next play.
Yeah, and right now it really is just about making sure that you're playing together and staying in the same mindset, as you're not wanting the other team to score and you're wanting to put the ball in the back of the net and work hard together, as Niue does a great job of helping in tracking back for Bundy. Rhodes with some high pressure right there for a nice through ball from Chase Hawkins. Some great pressure right there from Reed Rhodes, forcing that mistake to happen.
Yeah, the center back there getting his pocket picked. Figueroa. All the way back to number 6, Albert. Good turn by Pauliello.
A good move right there by Gio, as Gio's using his quick feet. As we see Chase Hawkins get involved right there. Try to just slow the ball down. And it's going to be those little bursts of energy and just breaking through that midfield that's going to give this Eagles team that upper edge. As Reed's tracking back and helping to win the ball right there in that one-on-one against Figueroa. Lorenzo.
Pressure by the Eagles, make the Bruins convert a mistake. And now back to possession for our Eagles. Gonsalves to Reed. Does well to get past the defender.
Find the inside cross with the set to Lorenzo. Lorenzo with the shot. Off his head. As you see the ball pop out to Reed Rhodes.
Yeah, positive play by our Eagles tonight. Dangerous play. The Bruins trying to play from the back again. Through Bellotti to Ruiz.
Good backtracking right there from Romero. Orense, the captain for BJU tonight, trying to slow the ball down and do that work in the middle.
Intercepted by Hawkins. And off to the races.
And that's just a tough tackle right there on the outside from Lorenzo.
Nice, a little push on the back. Trying to win the ball.
Great win right there by Bundy in the air in that 50-50.
Yeah, and Bundy, we haven't talked about him a lot, but he's been a really key player for our team over this past couple of games.
Yeah,
really strong defender.
Some good pressure right there by Reed on the outside as he forces Ruiz to make a mistake. But yeah, to your point, Danny, Bundy was out from the last few weeks with an injury, and so having him back for this game has really been awesome.
Romero with the long throw in.
As they play quick out of the back.
And Brink doesn't want to complicate things and just throw it out of bounds for a throw-in.
Allows our Eagles to get behind the ball and reset.
Albert. Bellotti. Finds Arenta in the middle. Cheeky heel pass to Figueroa. The Bruins look to build from the back again.
Good win right there by Niue. Turning the ball around to get us out.
Yeah, we see Niue tracking all the way back and defend. Heavy touch there by Reese. And now Eagles through Pauliello with the ball.
Lorenzo just slowing the ball down with Matias. Matias trying to find Hawkins in the middle. And it comes down to really just trying to find the simple passes and not try to rush things. But this Eagles team is eager to try to put a ball forward to try and score.
Bellotti finds McCarty. Long ball out to Ruiz.
Good win right there from Matias Lee.
Excellent time tackle.
Good win right there from Brink.
Guadalajara now with the ball. Goes all the way back to his keeper.
Mikolas off to the races. Holding back, allowing Bundy to be able to check back. Hawkins with a big clearance.
I think Matias took a hit to the head. There was no malintent in that. McCarty to Guadalajara.
Hawkins doing a good job of tracking back and clearing the ball.
Figueroa to Guadalajara. Finds Ruiz. Takes a shot. The keeper saw that all the way through. Mikolas. Brink. Tries to find options, finds Lee.
Some aggressive play right there.
Yeah, good defended
to win
by
the ball.
Bellotti there.
As he cleared the ball and took out an Eagle player
Yeah.
waiting on the sideline.
We expect this game to get a little chippy, but hopefully it doesn't get out of the referee's hands. Reed. Brought down by Ruiz there, but no foul.
Matias doing a good job right there in the back. As he was able to slice through some of the defenders, just unlucky to find that second ball through. As we see Romero cutting off that pass on the line.
On Cardi out with the long ball.
Great win right there by Brink. Getting stuck in the 50-50.
Yeah, another excellent time tackle by him.
Unlucky foul right there by Bundy as he was going to win the ball. Looks like BJU is looking to take it pretty quick.
Figure out to take this. Just goes over everybody. Arenta looking for options. Finds Ruiz. Now Arente.
Good win right there by Reed. Trying to find Lorenzo's feet.
Albert.
As Orenzi tries to find
Good idea there by Arente.
forward. Twashime.
Reed with the flick on. Bellotti. Good pressure applied by our Eagles, making the Bruins go all the way back.
Good bit of skill from this BJU team as they're trying to find those 1-2s and try to find the quick switches to just counter the Eagles team as soon as they get the ball out. A misslip right there, a misstep from Niue as he's trying to win that ball.
A little bit of sloppiness in the midfield by both teams.
Yeah, and what you really want to see is just this Eagles team coming in and just slowing the ball down as we see number 8 coming out of the game for the Bruins and number 18, Bryce Ramler, coming into the game, and we see Twashime coming out of the game, and we see Arudanik coming into the game, number 23.
Yeah, some early on changes, substitutions by the Bruins today with only almost 20 minutes into this game.
Some good bit of skill right there on the edge by Bundy as he takes on a player, wins the ball, and is able to get us out, but then Niue just unfortunate, not finding feet. It's just those simple passes that right now they need to slow down and win the – yes, it's one thing winning the ball. It's another thing just slowing the ball down and playing together. Find Hawkins as he's just able to have the space to drive. Trying to find Niue out on the wing. And now we start building. Now we find the 1-2s. As we see Niue trying to find some space to create. A shot right there by Hawkins. As we say each and every game, Hawkins is very, very lethal from that outside. You give him an inch of space and he's ready.
Albert. Bellotti. Bellotti dispossessed.
Hawkins with a good win right there, shoulder to shoulder, as he's driving in the middle and slowing the ball down right there. Able to get us up.
Brink.
Switching the ball quickly to the outside. Finding the through ball to Romero. Romero just getting it. It's stuck to his feet. Unable to find that next pass. Chase doing good of recovering. As we see the ball reset. And we see more of a press right here by the Eagles, keeping the Bruins in their half as they're desperately trying to get out for a quick counter. That's just outbodied right there. There's nothing he can do.
Very well done by Niue. And that just gets the crowd fired up.
Good switch right there by Caden Brink as he finds Miklas all the way to Bundy. And now we get this rotation going that the Eagles know and love of just playing the ball simple and playing the easy passes, moving the ball, making the ball do the work. And this is exactly what you want your Eagles to be doing, and finding those simple passes and trying to generate some space. As we see new substitution coming into the game with a shot right here on the outside with the ball right off the bar. Great cross from a Rednick who just came into the game for the Bruins with a good shot from outside the box that was just unlucky off the crossbar.
Yeah, nervous couple of seconds there by our Eagles. Got caught upfield, dispossessed, and Ruiz with a counterattack. Quick to get up the field. Just a little warning.
Like we mentioned earlier, Danny, one of the things that this Bruins team likes to do is they like to counter a lot. And so when you close down the opportunities for them to counter and slowly focus on trying to make sure that you're playing the simple game and playing the simple passes, it forces them to get pushed out of their comfort zone.
Lee now to take the throw in.
Good find for the switch of the field all the way to Niue from Hawkins.
Bundy to Gonsalves. Tries to take on the defender, but dispossessed.
As we see a big ball trying to get out for the Bruins. As we see Reed off to the races with Ruiz with a good cross in, finding Pauliello. Pauliello unlucky as he was unable to pull the trigger on that shot.
Yeah, Pauliello, who scored 2 goals on the last home game here. He's been having some good numbers this season.
Good switch all the way to Niue from Romero as Niue has that one-on-one he so loves as he drives and he finds the ball in, and we just find Reed. Unlucky with the left-footed shot. Just blocked.
That was an ever so important block by the Bruins because that ball was going straight into the back of the net.
Good recovery right there by Bundy as he tracks back to be able to win that ball. And we have a Bruins cross right here on this right-hand side.
Figure out with the corner kick. The header goes over for a goal kick.
As we see Reed Rhodes really just working hard on this wing. And I will say this, Reed coming into this occasion and rising to it and welcoming just the nervousness, welcoming this big game and stepping up as one of the younger players on this field has been huge. And I think he's been a definite game changer so far in just this offense. As we see Matias tracking back. A great save right there by Bryce Hammond.
And that was well defended by their Eagles. Ruiz to take this throw in.
Just unlucky right there as Eagles were stabbing a little bit when it wasn't needed. As you see Giovanni Pagliello slowing the ball down, showing a great bit of skill right there, still winning the ball off Ruiz.
Yeah, just a pressure forcing lead to go all the way back to our keeper.
Just reset the ball and circulate it. As Bundy finds Brink in the middle. Brink just unlucky as he tries to make a touch. As Lee is recovering. As Figueroa is just unable to stay on his feet with that breakthrough. Romero holding the ball up as he tries to find the through to Lorenzo Gonçalves.
Throw in for the Bruins. Quickly taken by Ruiz. Hawkins just clears that out of bounds. McCarty under pressure.
Good touch right there by Lee, as Lorenzo really is giving this midfielder nothing in terms of space to work with. Just unlucky. He just had the ball stuck at his feet with an unfortunate just trip that got called the other way as we see a quick play.
Lorenzo there showing his strength.
Brink as well showing a great bit of strength as we see two hard tackles right there.
Albert. Bellotti. Bruins playing quickly.
This game is definitely getting chippy as we see just some hard tackles getting stuck in. You see a shot right there from Figueroa.
Figueroa trying to put that in the top right corner. Just goes out wide.
As we see Lorenzo getting subbed out. As we see number 20, Nicholas Clark, coming into the game. It's exciting to see Clark coming into this game because he's just an energizer bunny right there. Loves to work hard, loves to just win the ball. And so it's going to be great to see what he can do up top. Definitely a different playing style than Lorenzo.
Looks like the ball went out of bounds there for a corner kick. Figueroa to take this. I'm sorry, number 9, Arense.
As the ball makes its way all the way through. And Eagles got lucky on that as no one was able to put the ball in the back of the net. A great save. Just that's a reflex save right there by Bryce Hammond.
Cat reflexes by Bryce Hammond. Excellent save. The Bruins with Figueroa.
Good pressure from Romero.
Yeah, there was no end product there to all that flareness.
It's still 0-0, but it really does feel like whoever gets this first goal, Danny, that momentum is going to shift that way.
Yeah, and you can't really tell which way that's going to be. Both teams have had very clear opportunities to score on goal.
as Chase just unlucky as he's trying to bring the ball down. Some good pressure right away from Clark, not letting the defender have any space. Clark doing a great job of just winning the ball and staying grounded. As Bundy right there was trying to clear the ball. As we see number 17 coming into the game, Sandro Martinez coming in for Mario Figueroa. And then we see Jamison Jones coming into the game. For Reed Rhodes. And Jamison goes up top at the number 9 spot, and we see Clark get moved out to the number 7 as Niue stays outside at the number 11, right out there on the wing.
Niue now trying to put on the Jets. Out for a corner kick. Let's see if our Eagles can take away something from this.
Right away, we're going to see an in-swinger right here from Chase Hawkins. Force the Bruins
by the goalkeeper
to make a save.
McCarty. Niue giving chase.
Niue winning the ball, working with Jones on that outside. Jones with the in-swinger. As he's fine. Matias with the shot! Just wide!
Just wide. Off the goal post.
As we see a great deal of energy coming into this game, as this is just changing the momentum as the Eagles now are being a little bit more dynamic in moving the ball. Chase showing a good bit of skill. As he just gets tripped up on the outside, which looks like it will be our first card for the night on number 2, Ryland Bolt.
Very dangerous set piece. That's going to be taken by Hawkins. Good ball in.
Good ball in all the way. Just unfortunate trying to get a foot on it. And it went through everyone.
Ping pong it in the area.
It was going into that back corner. If there was not a defender there, it would have just slid in.
Albert. Dispossessed. Romero. Jones taken down, but referee says no foul.
As we see,
Hawkins with the shot.
Unlucky as it went wide. As we see some frustration right there from number 27, McCarty. as he's having some words with the referee.
Throw-in taken by Lee.
As Niue comes all the way across the field to win this ball and give us a corner.
And the Eagles now getting momentum.
As we have 7 minutes left in this game, as we see some substitutes getting ready to come into the game for this Bruins team. As we see Hawkins with the cross. Seems like there was some movement right there in the box and some pushing, so the referee's calling the ball back.
Hawkins takes this.
With the in-swinger, slides all the way through. As we see Niue getting the ball on the outside and Chase winning the ball back. Jamison Jones ending up with the ball through all that chaos as we see Matthias Lee driving right here on this wing. Slowing the ball down, trying to find feet. As it rolls out for another corner kick.
And the Eagles are just knocking on the door.
As we see Clark keeping this Bruins team on their toes, debating about whether or not to take that short corner really quick to Hawkins, as Hawkins lines up for this corner. Great ball in. Having to be parried out by the keeper. Jones tracking back, resetting the ball, hopefully trying to find the switch. Bit too high for Lee. As we see some substitutes coming into the game. Number 15 for the Bruins, Hodgkin coming in for Renzi, and we see number 2, Bolt, coming out of the game.
Albert.
Just unlucky right there as it flowed all the way through. Some great defending as Matthias is on the ground, yet still, Danny, we talked about that meme a while ago of the defender crawling on the ground and winning the ball.
Romero.
Lee just did that and then
Lee
giving
put
it
in the
across.
ball.
As we see, in-swinger with the shot.
Referee just pulls it back.
As he calls a foul on Niue for going too high on the defender.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, David, but you were saying about Lee giving it every single ounce of his body to defend our Eagles tonight.
Yeah, like he got on his hands and knees and he bear crawled that thing, got the ball out. As we see Brink winning that ball right there. Winning the second ball as well.
Ruiz miscontrolled that.
Yeah, he lost that right there as it's an Eagle throw. Good win right there by Romero. Clark has to be careful as he just got stuck in on a tackle trying to trail a guy. A great cross right there, but forward for BJU. As Romero's driving. Finds the ball in for Clark as he drives down line. Cuts the ball back. Is able to slow down, find the cross in. Hawkins trying to settle the ball down.
Hennigan trying to connect that pass, but Lee dispossessed. Clark somehow
Niue
finds the pass to Niue.
Niue driving, bursting with speed, and he's just burning that corner. Finds the ball in, shot!
Oh, my word.
Unlucky right there by Clark. As we see a substitution right now. As we see Gio coming out of the game.
Number 21 from Ecuador, Mateo Loyola.
This is Mateo's first time entering into the Eagles game. And maybe the first time this season, yeah, Danny?
Yeah, this is very first time.
What a time to come into the game. Very heated game. As we see Brink just dominating and taking over this game from the defensive perspective. As we see Jamison Jones fighting on that wing and winning. As we see the in-swinger right here. Quick ball out for the Bruins, trying to transition into a counter. Trying to find number 23.
Bundy shielding the ball.
Unfortunately losing it right there. Jamison getting the most slightest of touches. As we see Loyola getting involved right away, trying to find that pass to Clark. And that is the half. What a half, Danny. Woo! For those of you watching at home, that was an entertaining half of soccer as it was 0-0 going into the second half. We'll be back at the second half, at the start of the second half break from after we hear from our sponsors.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load. And, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule. A perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
It's a passion that unites us, the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
All right, Eagle fans, welcome back to the second half. As we start this second half, we just had some interesting stats for you. As we saw Bryce Hammond make 2 saves, we saw the BJU offense generate 8 shots, and we saw our Pensacola Christian College Eagles have 7 shots. And so as we get started with this game, Danny, what do you want to see from our Eagles in this half?
Like we talked about it before, not to get caught upfield. That happened to us a couple of times, and both yielded very dangerous opportunities for the Bruins. So if we can control our midfield, be able to have a little bit more of possession, we could put this game to bed with a couple goals.
As we see Clark kind of spin around with the ball lost at his feet. And we see some more movement right away from our defense as we see some passes from side to side as we try to switch the ball and get some energy into this game.
Nicholas just boots that out.
With a smart pass back from the BJU defender, number 6. Albert.
Braswell. Bellotti. The Bruins trying to distribute from the back.
Albert sending a long ball, trying to find Dylan out here on this wing for BJU. Correction, Rylan. As we
Clark.
see some good offense right there from Clark as he just holds the ball up and is able to draw the foul.
Bundy plays short with Nicholas. Pauliello carrying the ball up the field.
Finding Clark on that wing.
Bundy.
See Chase and Figueroa battling it out in the midfield as Pauliello dropping back to give us some defense.
McCarty. All the way back to Albert. Finds McCarty in the middle again.
As Bundy just shoulder to shoulder with
Provenzano.
as we see some offense right here from BJU.
The Eagles now in their own half.
Some good pressure right there by Niwe on McCarty. And Arenzi forced to reset the ball.
Bundy finds Clark.
Clark bursting through, not giving an inch. Smart play right there from Clark and Bundy communicating. As we see Niue just get punched in the back.
Yeah, very clear push from the back by Provenzano. Romero to take this. Long ball out to Reed.
As we
Clark.
see Clark staying small and holding the ball, and using his center of gravity to really force the defender to fly past him.
Matias with time and space.
Gio finding Niue. Niue breaking through the space. Gio breaking through, making a move, finding Clark on the outside. Some nervousness right there as they're trying to keep sure of any threat, or stay clear of any threat right there from the Bruins and as they clear the ball.
Eagles here getting up the field.
As we see a big throw right here for Romero.
Romero with the throw in. Collected by Braswell.
You turned me down.
Oh. Figueroa.
As we see Gio holding
Long
that
ball out to Bolt. Just not on the same page there.
As we see Niue using his body.
Anyway. Out for a throw in.
Niue really working hard on that wing.
Yeah, we've said his name many times today.
As we have a throw right here by Bundy. As he finds Clark, Clark to Romero. Romero trying to find the link-up play and just swing the ball all the way over to Reed. As it pops out to Hawkins. As Romero finds Reed, but Reed is unfortunately offsides.
Just didn't come back in time.
As we see the ball is played quickly. As they want to rotate the ball.
Long ball out.
As we see a foot race right here as Brink versus Twashime. With good clearance right there from Bundy.
Both looking to take this long throw in.
Just bodied off of the ball.
The Eagles on the counter now.
Ah, unfortunate as the referee calls it back. As Lee stuck out his foot on Renzi and drew the foul. as we see the ball in from McCarty.
Bundy just doing enough to throw Bolt off balance. Bryce finds Clark. Romero did well to get out of pressure there.
Switch the ball. As Brink moves the ball to Miklas. Miklas trying to find that split right into Niwe. Niwe with a great turn, trying to find Reed. Just didn't lead him. As we see Reed finding Matias on the wing. Matias finding the in-swinger, trying to find Hawkins. And we see Caden having to get caught out. Finding Lee. Slowing the ball down. And then we play. As we see some good movement right here from the Eagles as they swing the ball in. It drops for Niwe to Clark. Clark driving on this wing. Unlucky with some clearance right here as it goes far out of bounds. Just some miscommunication right there from the assistant referee in the center, as it was farther up the line than expected. It happens from time to time.
Yeah, it's a little.
Good bit of skill right there as the defender gets caught looking as Romero flies past him.
Bundy there, dispossessed, but does well to get the ball back.
As we see Miklas try to find Clark on this wing.
Ball still in. Albert
Good
tries to
step
clear
right
it.
there by Niwe as he stuffs Albert.
Yeah, Niwe definitely showing the height rate during this game.
Good battling right there on the wing. Good recovery right there by the Eagles. Some interesting movement in actions right here in these last 30 seconds. As we saw a bit of a flop right there on both sides. As we get ready for this BJU corner. As we see the ball in. Ruiz centering it back in. Romero steering it clear of any danger. Out of bounds. As we see a big throw right here by Rylan.
That ball is cleared out by Romero. gonna
As
be
we
called
see
a
the foul
handball
right there, and on
number 11.
Twashime. Looks like we're going to see a substitution right here from our Eagles. As you see a ball in. Good swing from Hawkins to Matias. Matias
Nice
finding
Niue.
Niue. Niue bursting with speed. Trying to draw that foul. Good swing from Gio. Out to Reed. Reed trying to get an in-swinger right at the 6. But is unlucky, and we have a corner. As we see the corner from Hawkins. As he drives this ball in. Good clearance as it falls to Romero. Romero with the incoming shot. Few deflections right there as the BJU keeper is forced to make his about first or second save of the night. As we see the ball swung over from McCarty. Unlucky as Matias lost the ball but was able to recover it and win it and force a throw in. Great bit of pressure right there from our offense, right there from Reed and Niue, pushing McCarty backwards. As we see, again, some good pressure right here from our Eagles, forcing the ball back. As we see Ruiz driving on that wing, finding the slow ball in with a shot.
An ever so important block by Bundy to prevent their first goal of the night.
No, and that's not what you want to see if you're the Eagles. Brink has had a phenomenal night, and he is down, it appears, with a cramp.
I think a bit of tired legs there by Brink, cramping a little towards halfway of this second half. Orense to take this corner. In swinger, far post. Great save by Bryce Hammond, but it looks like the ball went out of bounds before he caught it. And it's going to be another corner kick for the Bruins.
And these Eagles really have been doing a phenomenal job of making sure that they're challenging the ball and being first to it. As we see another corner right here by Orense from BJU. But really, you're relieved to be able to see Brink get up from that challenge. As we see the in-swinger coming. Out-swinger. Bryce with a great save as the ball was flicked on from a deflection. But it looked like it could have been an offsides. Hammond is just having a phenomenal game tonight as he's just on his A game, ready on his toes for whatever comes his way. As we see another ball in, big cross in. Unlucky as he wasn't able to get on frame. And we see some substitutions coming into this game for both the Bruins and for the Eagles. As we see Nicholas Clark coming out, Lorenzo coming into the game, and we see Jamison Jones welcome back into this game. And we see number 2, Ryland Bolts, coming out of this game for number 30, Zawadi Kashindi.
Caleb Welch also coming into this game for the first time for Brink.
As we really see, it's been an entertaining game. It's just unlucky right there as Bundy was fouled and unable to connect with that 1-2 pass. As we see the big switch to Lee, finding Gio. Gio able to stay on his feet. Lee drawing the defenders and giving Reed a bit more space to run onto as he wins the ball back and unfortunately gets called for the foul even though it was all ball. Oh man, that is unlucky!
Hawkins.
As we see the ball out as Pauliello giving challenge right there in the center of the pitch. And we see some great movement right here by both teams. As we see the midfield is really just the battle of who wants it more. As Bundy was tracking on that outside. And Jones sitting in helping defend. And Lee really being supportive in coming across and pinching in on that back line, of not like forcing out the ball, eliminating that corner.
Lee took Brink's position as center back when he came out, and Caleb Welch is playing out on the right as a right back. So just a little shifting around there on the back line for our Eagles tonight.
And we see number 11, Twashime, coming out of the game for the Bruins, and number 17, Sandro Martinez, coming into the game. As we see the ball in, it's cut across, cleared by Bundy. And we see Romero working hard to try and get that ball up the line, connecting with Lorenzo. Jones doing a great job of just containing Figueroa and not allowing him any space as we see him working hard to recover over here on this wing. As we see a big ball in from Albert. For another BJU corner. And honestly, Danny, one of the things that you don't want to see is giving up too many set pieces, because in this game, it literally comes down to one play.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of corners in the past 10 minutes for the Bruins.
And you definitely don't want one of the two things to happen. One, them getting a goal, but two, you don't want just someone going down with an unnecessarily just challenge in the box and forcing a penalty. As we see Jamison Jones winning that ball right there. And we see right here, Romero working hard against Figueroa. And Chase putting in a heavy foot and winning. As we see a counter from the Eagles as we're driving down the field with Matthias Lee on that wing. And with Reed Rhodes working hard and connecting as he wants it to be led on. Reed trying to get that in-swinger all the way to Lorenzo. Gio slowing the ball down, finding Romero. Romero with the shot. Unlucky. Towards the far left. As the center back for the Bruins, Albert got caught up and got stuck in with a hard tackle up there in the Eagles side of the field.
Albert with the long ball. Finding Oretnik. Bundy using his body well, but referee calls a foul.
Keep working, Bundy.
Provenzano to take this free kick.
Miklas winning the ball right there.
Yeah, number 23, Oretnik, in an offsides position. As we see, number 21, Mateo, preparing to come into the field for our Eagles.
As we see a big ball from Miklas trying to find Gio in the middle. Again, following up and winning that ball.
Strong play by Miklas.
Yeah. As we see him winning. Oh, unlucky. Bundy was not expecting the ball from Hawkins. Just some miscommunication right there.
Throw in taken by Provenzano.
Good win right there by Jones. Getting all hyped up, as he should. Winning the ball right there on the wing.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 21, Mateo Loyola.
As Mateo Loyola comes into the game, giving Romero a break. As we see Gio trying to create.
McCarty trying to find options.
Yet loses possession. See right here, Mateo slowing the ball down, switching the ball. As we see Lee holding the ball up. Finding
Finds Mateo in the
Loyola.
middle.
Loyola holding the ball up. Finding feet. Good movement right there, and unfortunate right there in the middle of the field as Gio helps and drops back. As Jones right here working hard. Getting stuck in as the ball stays, and Jones still winning it with the ball to the face. Nothing's getting through him as he works hard, as we see some substitutes coming in. As number 30 for the Bruins is coming off, and number 21, Hennigan, is coming into the game. And number 4, Provenzano, coming out of the game for number 20, Isa. Seems that we have another substitute as Gio got stuck into a hard tackle as he's coming off with Niwe coming into the game.
Subbing in.
As we see the ball for the Eagles, as Jones with a great touch right there, find down the line to Lorenzo. Lorenzo trying to link up with Loyola. Ball coming into Hammond. It seems that Brink had come out of the game and we had missed it. and Lee had dropped into center back, as we have Caleb Welch on that right-hand side.
McCarty now looking for options. Finds Lorenze.
Lorenze trying to find that inside ball as he finds the inside run, and we clear it. A big clearance all the way to Jones. It's really going to come down to these 50-50s. Who wants these 50-50s more? Miklas switching the ball to Lee. It looks like Bundy came down here on this right-hand side. On this left-hand side, correction, and his knee seems to be problematic. As we see two substitutes, as we see number 2, Chris Martinez for the Eagles coming into the game. And we see number 23, Arednik, coming out of the game for the Bruins. And we see number 2, Rylan Bolt, coming into the game.
Free kick taken by the Eagles. Miklas finding Jones.
Jones finding Loyola. Back 2, working together. As Jones was able to find Lee right there. Lee linking up with Welch on that wing. And now we build.
Looking for Lorenzo up top.
Lee working hard on that back line. With the Meg as well. Why not? Why not, he said. As we see Martinez linking up with Jones to find Lorenzo to Niue. Trying to find the easy switch. Being a little more creative in the center of the pitch. As we see a through ball to Niue.
Welch. Free kick now for our Eagles.
I think Matthias wants a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, he's definitely working hard tonight. He's been all over the field.
Yeah, he's been on the right-hand side. He's been in the center. He's been on the wing. What can't he do?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Probably not keeper. I probably wouldn't put him
That would be
there.
a little difficult.
Yeah. As we see the ball from Chase. Martinez trying to challenge on this wing as it goes out for a goal kick. Looks like we see some substitutes coming into this game. As we see Martinez coming out of the game for Brink. Brink coming back into the game. And we see Jamison Jones coming out of the game and Romero coming back in. Looks like this Eagle team is really setting up for this next counter as we push to attack in this last 10 minutes.
Good step by Welch.
And Reed really working hard and making Ruiz work hard right there with the shot from Lorenzo.
Great skill by him to be able to turn and get his shot off.
And it looks like the number 6 for the Bruins is limping. The momentum definitely seems to be shifting in the Eagles' favor right now as we see a big push right now on the attack. as they're frustrated and trying to release the ball, trying to draw fouls. And we see a player in the middle of the field go down. Oh. Wow, I didn't notice that. For those watching, if you look at the top or at the left side of your screen, we just pointed out that there's people on a house.
Hey, they gotta find a way to watch the game, man.
That's facts.
It's a game you can't miss.
It's too good not to watch. Turn off your TVs. Ignore what's going on in the
Figure out-
house.
Take it on
Come
defenders.
outside and watch this game. As we
Shot
see
blocked.
right here, some good build-up as we see a breakaway right here on the wing as Lorenzo's chasing one-on-one with this defender. See some pressure right here as the Bruins are quick to just try to release the ball. Niue, unlucky, as he forces the mistake right there from the Bruins. And we see Reed Rhodes coming out of the game and Nicholas Clark rejoining us. And that's exactly what you want to see in this game, Danny. Someone hustling all the way to the very end. We have 8 minutes left in this game, and you need every ounce of energy that you got to be able to get one goal up there on that scoreboard. As we see the ball in, right there. As we see Lee winning it on this wing. Working hard. And Romero tracking back and working hard. Finding Hammond.
Romero just slips there.
Romero just slips for trying to find that return pass from
Unfortunate.
Hammond. And we see a long throw right here from the Bruins. As we really see this game going back and forth.
Lee just clears that out. Good
Niue
turn by
with the great
Niue.
touch. Sorry, Danny.
No, you're good.
See Issa trying to find space right here in the middle as Welch slips. Rough touch as Loyola trying to depossess Arenzi. Arenzi staying on his feet and trying to find a cross in. Yet was able to punch the ball out. And we see Niue get taken out by Issa. And that
That's
looks like
gonna
it
be
is going to be a
called
card.
For the second yellow of the night. Yeah, that was more of a tactical foul there by Issa trying to cut the counterattack.
Looks like a card is coming as well for the coach. As he's sharing some words with the referee. As it seems like he is very, very, very frustrated with some of the calls that have been made tonight. Let's go, Eagles.
6 minutes left to go.
Game's not over till it's over. Maybe just a
Mateo
little
there
biased.
forcing a throw in. Play
Please.
quickly.
Quick ball in from Clark. As we see Romero working hard as they drew the foul. Went down a bit lightly right there from Arenzi. As it seems like Romero got hit in the face in that exchange.
On kick there by Bellotti. Figueroa finding our Rednick up top, trying to create an opportunity.
Hawkins doing a good job of dispossessing Figueroa right there in the middle of the field. Ball back out to Ruiz as he drives with the shot, far side. And that is not what you want to see. That is lethal. Great shot right there by Ruiz.
On kick by Bryce.
As we see a big switch from Lorenzo to Clark. Trying to set the ball in for Hawkins. As Hawkins gets stuck in, winning that ball, and Clark hustling on that wing. Gets taken out.
Strong defended by Brink.
And Brink gets stepped on. Not what you want to see from this Bruins team. Uncalled for. As we see a corner kick free throw. No, not free throw. Sorry, I'm thinking basketball. As we see a throw in right here from the Bruins. And they just dribble it out of bounds? What? How is that? Okay. As you should! Recalling it for a goal kick. Listening to your assistant referee.
Yeah, with a little under 4 minutes left on this game.
Good win right there from Miklas.
Brink. Now getting upfield.
Niue working hard on this wing. Loyola linking up with Hawkins. Hawkins freeing Niue. Niue on the burst of speed.
Tries to find the cross.
And they just pass it out of bounds. This game is coming down to the wire, folks, as we are winding down at 3 minutes. With a long throw right here from Romero, the score is still 0-0. If you've been watching, this has been one exciting game to watch. It's left us all, even up here in the booth, excited as we see some tussling right there that the referee called for the foul. This is a smart defensive move right there by Lee, as he was able to just shield the ball from any other play being made. If you're here listening, the fans are hyped. We're hyped. We're fighting. Niue's in, and he gets tackled from behind.
The very important free kick to be taken by Hawkins.
Out to Romero. Romero with the shot. Unlucky as it drifts wide.
Yeah, he's just trying to open up his foot.
He was trying to wrap his foot around it, and just
Yeah.
unfortunate as he tries to just slot it.
It was a good idea.
As the clock winds down from a minute and they try to play fast. Seems like they're trying to get out of this game as the momentum has shifted all for the Eagles. As it's just 30 seconds left on the clock. We got to go.
Caleb, work!
Ten seconds left on the clock, and I think that
Time may run out before they're able to take this corner. And that is the game.
that's going to be it for tonight, folks.
0-0. Thank you for joining us. Whew. That'll do it here at Eagle Field as the Eagles tie 0-0. Next Thursday, the Eagles will be hosting Talladega College, and we'll be honoring our seniors. You won't want to miss that. That game will begin at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars, 7 p.m. next Thursday. Be sure to tune into that match as the Eagles look to continue their 2023 season. Thanks again for watching Eagle Soccer, and we will see you next time.